Yeah.
Right. As I talked to people, I began to have the idea, why not make happiness our primary goal? Why seek happiness through all these second-hand means? And I discovered something even more interesting. If we make happiness our primary goal instead of our secondary goal, then we easily accomplish everything else we desire. Many spiritual traditions state that if you seek the highest first, everything else comes to you. In the New Testament, for example, Christ said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all else will be added unto you." The kingdom of heaven is not the same far-off place in some remote part of the universe. It is a state of consciousness. So too is happiness. Many people say, I am happy because I have family and friends, because I have a great job, because I have money and security. All of these reasons for happiness are tenuous. They come and go like a passing breeze. And when happiness eludes us, we seek pleasure through addictive behaviors out of the unconscious hope that we will find joy. External causes of happiness never create real joy. Joy is an internal state of consciousness that determines how we perceive and experience the world. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Joy is an internal state of consciousness that determines how we perceive and experience the world. The internal source of joy, our connection with our Creator, our source, our inner self, is the cause, while happiness is its effect. If you have lost touch with your internal source of joy, if the happiness you experience always originates in circumstances outside yourself, then you are at the mercy of every situation and every stranger you meet. This kind of happiness is always elusive. Vedanta, one of the world's most ancient philosophies, tells us that happiness for the reason can be taken away from us at any time. To be happy for no reason is the happiness we want to experience. Happiness is a state of consciousness that already exists within us, but it's often covered up by all kinds of distractions. Just as a beautiful sunrise might be hidden behind the clouds, so too our inner happiness is hidden behind our everyday concerns. Social conditioning and constricted awareness keep us from glimpsing this kingdom of heaven hidden in the depths of our hearts. But we can learn how to rise above the clouds of conditioning and rediscover the source of joy deep within us. Upon discovering this joy, wonderful and miraculous things begin to happen. The expression of happiness begins a sense of connection to the creative power of the universe. Having that connection, we feel that nothing can stop us from accomplishing anything we desire. When our life is an expression of the inner state of happiness, we discover an immense reservoir of power within us. This power gives us freedom from fear and limitations and allows us to realize that all the abundance that we aspire to. Even more significantly, this power nurtures all of our relationships and makes them truly fulfilling. We find ourselves becoming beacons of light and love, and our very presence nurtures the environment around us.
Oh, that sounds good.
People are drawn to support our desires, and even nature responds to our intentions. The more we live in the state of happiness, the more we experience the spontaneous fulfillment of desire in the form of synchronicity and meaningful coincidence. In many spiritual traditions, it has been called the state of grace. To experience grace is to find ourselves in the right place at the right time, to have the support of nature or good luck. In the state of grace, it seems to us that the universal or cosmic mind is eavesdropping on our thoughts and fulfilling our intentions and desires, even as we are having them. But this is not the entire story. Though happiness is the goal of all other goals, what we really want, even beyond happiness, is to understand the mystery of our own existence. Until we do, no matter how many of our desires are fulfilled, we remain disconnected because an inner voice keeps nagging at us. The voice asks, who am I? Where did I come from? What is the meaning and purpose of my life? Where do I go when I die? No one can give us the answer to these questions. If we take the answers that our parents or our culture or our religious tradition give us, then we are taking whatever we learn on blind faith. When we don't know something for certain ourselves, but only hope that it is true, then we believe it because authority figures told us to believe it. This kind of belief is a cover-up for insecurity, and in today's age it seems naive. Science has given us a great deal of understanding about the laws of nature and how they work. We don't have to believe in electricity. We can see the evidence in a light bulb. Nor do we have to believe in the other forces of nature, such as gravity. We know that gravity exists because we can experience it. So too, if the soul exists, if an afterlife exists, it isn't necessary to believe in it. We don't need belief. We need understanding. We need experience. Why should we take the deepest questions of our existence on faith? Isn't there a way to find out for ourselves? Are there means we can use to explore and understand ourselves so that we can have a direct understanding of the deep mysteries of our existence? Is it also possible for this understanding to satisfy our rationality and what we know about the universe from modern science or cosmology? As you read this book, it is my intention that you will rediscover what you already know at a deep level, and in this act of remembrance experience great wonder, unbounded love, and profound humility. The inner self of every human waits patiently until we are ready. Then it extends an invitation to enter the luminous mystery of existence, in which all things are created, nurtured, and renewed. In the presence of this mystery, we not only heal ourselves, we heal the world. There can be no more important task in our life than to get in touch with our own inner self, the source of all being. The deepest self within each of us is the self of the whole universe, and it's also the source of all healing and transformation. The world has been waiting for our transformation because it too wants transformation.
Who's this guy?
When we are transformed, the world is transformed because we and the world are one. So let's start on this journey now. Key points. Happiness is the goal of all goals, and it's a state of consciousness that already exists within us. Second point, happiness for a reason is a form of misery because the reason can be taken away from you at any time. To be happy for no reason is a happiness you wanted to experience. Third point, when your life is an expression of your inner happiness, you feel a sense of connection to the creative power of the universe. Having that connection, you feel that you can accomplish anything you desire.